Hey guys, welcome back to another installment here at the Miami Arnis Group. I wanted to talk today a little bit about Gunting since I get a lot of questions. Gunting meaning scissor, referring to the scissoring actions of some of the limb destructions that we do. And this is one that you either love them or hate them, but the reality is that most people just don't understand them. And it took me a while to get where they actually apply. So I want to tell you a little bit about the evolution of how they came to be in my practice, and maybe that'll give you guys a little idea of how you can put it into yours. I remember I was training here in Filipino martial arts, and I learned about these Guntings, and I learned a bunch of really exciting drills, and we were working them, and I wanted to try them out in a little bit more of an aggressive setting. So I took this idea with me to my boxing club, and I was talking with the coach about it to make sure that I could do this and not get in trouble, because obviously this would be considered unsportsmanlike, so I wanted to be very clear about this. And my coach kind of was looking at me like, I sort of was getting the impression he wasn't buying it, but he kind of okayed it. But before I actually walked into the ring for sparring that day, he looked at me and says, "Torre, that's all fine and dandy, but why don't you just work on trying to knock him out?" And his point was very valid, and I didn't really have such great success that day with the Gunting as a technique. I mean, I could do it in the drills, and I'm pretty coordinated, and at the time I was fairly experienced in boxing, and I wasn't getting it. And I put that on the back burner for a while until I came up against a fighter that was one of those hit and run guys that had a really crispy jab, and this guy was scoring on me pretty much, unchecked. This guy was doubling up, tripling up on the jabs, high, low. He was driving me crazy. He was faster than I was, and he was moving in and out, and I was having a real hard time. And that's when it clicked. I scored a Gunting on him. His arm dropped and completely left him wide open on his jab side. So I came to the conclusion that the Gunting is one of those things that can be applied strategically. And I think this falls well into what we've been talking about recently. So let's take a look at some of the ways that we could apply the scissoring Gunting action, limb destructions, so that maybe you can have some tools that you can play around with. Okay, let's get on the floor. Javi. Good. So when he throws his jab at me, I could move back and check it and give him the bait to move in on me. I do that a couple of times, and then I don't give him quite as much distance, and I slip on the side. So he gives me the jab once, and then the next time I go here. At this point, I have the opportunity to hit him in the arm. Guys, make sure that you are slipping off the line of attack, that you're not going to eat it, and you're going to be at a slightly longer distance when you do this. You're moving away from his cross so as to not get knocked out in the process. Very important. This is what you got to watch out for. When he throws a jab at me, I want to be out here, because if I simply do this, that's what I got to watch out for. That's a big problem. So as he throws a jab, I move here. Now, there's my cross. When this is done correctly, you're hitting him right in the center of the arm. I'm looking to hit it. The visual that I make for myself is I want to hit him in the bone. So as I hit him, I'm looking to hit him deep. When this happens, if you score well, this collapses. There's your cross. Very nice setup if you can get it. Here's another possibility. He jabs at me, and as he jabs at me, I switch my stance. So when he jabs at me again, I get him here. Now, this one is a little tricky because you do need to be a little bit further. You are in line for that cross, so you better be ready. So as that comes in here and that cross comes in, you can take it across this way if that opportunity presents itself. You have two ways there that you might be able to get this to work for you. You have it on this side here, this side here. Now I could do it on the cross if I invite the cross in. When he gives me the jab, I'm going to scoop it and set it up there. What I've done is I've moved him to the side as he punched. When that jab came in, I scooped it. and I cut through. And this one requires a good understanding of the angles that are involved, because you do run the risk of getting punched. You're in fact inviting him in. If you look at our video titled Engaño, Feinting and Baiting, this is an example of baiting. As he comes in, I invite him in, and there we go. Now I'm being very gentle on him. If you're hard on your training partner, remember he's gonna be doing it next. So take it easy on him. Do this gently, because after a couple of times of getting zinged, the arm really does get very uncomfortable. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like what we're doing, please feel free to like and share. Tell your friends about us. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Tony. This is Javi, and we're with the Miami Arnis Group. Take care.